What is up, everyone? TNA's WWE. This is a video response to... Hold on one second. This is a video response to XVA325. He made a really good video talking about John Cena being WWE's ticking time bomb. And I put the, as you can see, I put the same title as he did. His video that he made, probably his best video I've ever seen. All his videos are great. If you don't know who he is, his link will be down in the description, so go subscribe to him. And, this video that I'm making is going to be about John Cena and everything from now until WrestleMania. But, before I start that, I want to show you some things I got that I think you guys might care about a little bit. I got, Saints Row 3. I got Madden 11. This is really the only wrestling related thing I got. And you guys might wonder why I got this. Genesis 2010 TNA, and I've made so many videos hating on TNA. But I got this because I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. And this was like, I was watching TNA for a while. I stopped, and then I got back into it in like 2010. And I was really, really focused into TNA, and I was enjoying it so much better than WWE. And then this is the first pay-per-view that I watched when I started watching it again. So I figured I need to get this. And when it came out on DVD, I said I was going to get it, but I just never got around to it. I got it on Best Buy new for $15. So I had a $50 gift card to Best Buy. So I put this on the card, and I'm so pumped to watch this again. And finally, I got Mac Miller Blue Slide Park. Most of you know that I'm a really big Mac Miller fan if you follow me on Twitter. My Twitter will also be down below. I'm really happy to have that. So, let's get right into the video. XBA was talking about how, and I agree with with Mike 100%, talking about how John Cena really, the only time he ever has anything, and this guy's a John Cena fan. He's like a die-hard John Cena fan. He says that John Cena, if he's not in the title picture, he's really not in anything too interesting. And, and like he stated, what other big rivalries can you state from John Cena that were not title rivalries? We have the rivalry he had with Wade Barrett, The Rock, the original rivalry he had with The Miz, and, I think he had a rivalry with Dolph Ziggler. I can't even remember, though. I'm not 100%. But all of his greatest rivalries have been for the title. John Cena versus Shawn Michaels, versus Randy Orton, versus Edge, versus Batista. So he has had rivalry after rivalry. Triple H, and it's all been, the two superstars of WWE colliding. And the one we had with The Undertaker. So, I really think that John Cena needs to have the championship in order to be interesting, unless they change that, which they can. Because John Cena, from now until WrestleMania 28, can he really hold the title? I mean, he gave up his title opportunity in the Fatal 4-Way, or what could have been the 5-way match, to give Zack Ryder a push. To have him face Dolph Ziggler for the United States Championship. And I don't know, I think that could be but that could be like something that they're putting together, like pieces of a puzzle. I'll get into that in a minute. So he's not going to be in title opportunity now. Then, CM Punk, let's say CM Punk loses the championship. He probably won't because, and I love CM Punk. He's my favorite right now by far. I've always loved him, but now he's at his peak, and I'm going to consider myself a bagwagon CM Punk fan because I've loved him ever since day one. But now I just really, I don't want to go into this because I don't know how much time my camera has. But I've just been a CM Punk fan all the time, and now, everybody loves him, and I'm not going to lie, I'm one of those people who have fallen into the CM Punk era, if you want to call it that, and I don't see him losing the title here, but let's say he loses it to The Miz, and that's the only person I could really see him losing it to. He's not going to lose it to Dolph Ziggler. I'm going to be honest, I don't even remember who the other person in the match is, but it's John Cena, No, it's Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, CM Punk, and Alberto Del Rio. And Alberto Del Rio is not winning the title. So, and the only Dolph Ziggler's not winning the title. The only people that can win it are CM Punk and The Miz. I want Dolph Ziggler to win it eventually, but now is not his time. Especially with the whole CM Punk thing. Now cannot be his time. And there's so many rumors that The Miz is going to have a big rivalry with CM Punk. And I stated that in my last video. I said that, so I was right about something for once. But, so let's say this rivalry between The Miz and CM Punk happens. Let's say The Miz wins, and then CM Punk has his rematch at the next pay-per-view. So then John Cena isn't in the picture. And if CM Punk even does win, he probably will still have a rivalry with either CM Punk or Dolph Ziggler. I mean, with The Miz or Dolph Ziggler. So John Cena doesn't fall into the picture here. This is what I think needs to happen, and I'm not going to say that, XBA didn't say this because he did, but I was thinking about this even before he said it, because it's just something that would be so cool to happen. And I have to think about this, like, sometimes after Raw, I just, think about everything that could happen. I write stuff down for video ideas, and this could very well happen. John Cena, and he said, also, I'm going to be saying he said because I don't want to, quote him without giving him recognition. He said that if John Cena and The Rock, not if, but when they have this match, there needs to be a clear good guy and a clear bad guy. And the bad guy probably will be John Cena because, I mean, look at the crowd reaction to The Rock, look at the crowd reaction to John Cena. And even if The Rock was to turn heel, he'll end up just turning more of a face if he was to do something to John Cena. So it has to be John Cena being the bad guy. He doesn't have to turn bad with The Rock. He could turn bad on Zack Ryder. He could, with the whole Roddy Piper situation, how he was like, get angry. And then I think that was a hint that this is going to be a heel turn. When you put the pieces together, alright, you just gave up your title opportunity to Zack Ryder. Roddy Piper was basically saying turn heel. You're fighting the biggest face in the WWE right now. I mean, put it together, this guy, it makes sense that he's going to finally have a heel turn. And now they're giving us hints, because before they never gave us hints. Even with the Nexus thing, that wasn't a hint, I don't think, because he was he was way bad as a bitch. And, that was nothing about him turning heel. But let's say he turns on Zack Ryder, and he's like, I gave up my... Let's say Zack Ryder loses. Then he's like, I gave up my title opportunity for you, and you don't even win the United States Championship. Bam, bam, bam. And then he just goes completely out on him. There he is. He's heel. There. Done. He has a little rivalry with him, which could be very interesting. Because that would mean that Zack Ryder is above and beyond what anyone ever thought he would be. At least in this day, in the near future. So, that could happen. Then there's a good guy and a bad guy. But then you have the match with John Cena and The Rock, but that could be that probably end up going to be a non-title match, because where does The Rock? How will The Rock win the title? He's like, I don't see him fighting CM Punk, because CM Punk wants to have his match with Stone Cold. I honestly think that will be the match for the title at WrestleMania. And Stone Cold maybe will come back in the Royal Rumble, and then win it, and then be like, I'm fighting CM Punk. And then they can have a rivalry, just like John Cena and The Rock did. And then them just hate each other, be like, because I had the whole Twitter thing. And I really do think that that's going to end up being the match for the title. But when John Cena is not champion, from now until WrestleMania, what can happen with him? Besides the thing with Zack Ryder, which is only, something that I came up with. If that doesn't happen, and he's probably not going to see The Rock, we're probably not going to see The Rock again for a little while. Triple H is gone. CM Punk is champion, and John Cena is not a contender. I mean, it's not like he's going to have a rivalry with, like, Alberto Del Rio or something when it's not for the title, because he already had a rivalry with him. The problem is, there's not enough people on the roster. That's why they need to make Raw and SmackDown one. And they try doing that, but it still isn't working, because if it was one, then John Cena and Randy Orton would be rivals right now, probably. Or John Cena and Brodus Clay. I think he's on Raw, actually. But people with Raw and SmackDown would be having rivalries and would be fighting at the pay-per-views. So, I really think that John Cena needs to turn heel in order from now until WrestleMania to actually mean something. Because if he doesn't turn heel, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? Be tag team with Zack Ryder? I mean, that's absolutely worthless. You know, who wants to see that? Like, I'm sure some people do. But that would be complete. That would just be like, you know, a hornswoggle kind of thing. Like, we're doing it for the fun with the kids. But I'm not saying bring back the rap gimmick, because that's not going to happen. This is 2011. Why would they bring that back? Alright, it's already happened. It's over. WWE barely even looks at that, besides when they had the whole rap thing with The Rock. When he was like, oh, I actually have my degree in thugonomics. And, you know, that's not going to happen, because people always say, oh, the Attitude Era is back with CM Punk. No. I mean, what is this? Is the Attitude Era now? With The Miz and Dolph Ziggler? Oh, that's the Attitude Era. Yeah, definitely. So, you know, that's not going to happen. And I just think that really, you know, I don't see him winning the championship, and I do not see him having a rivalry with a big name that is not, you know, that's a heel, while there's other things going on. I think that really he needs to turn heel. I mean, as a face, sorry. I think he needs to turn heel, and he needs to fight Zack Ryder. And have a really big rivalry with him, and then he could do stuff with The Rock like he did with Edge. Or was it Randy Orton? It was one of them, where like he threw him into the Long Island Sea or something like that, and The Rock and John Cena could just really, just like go at it until WrestleMania, because there needs to be something. It can't just be, oh, I don't like you either, let's fight. It's not good. It can't be like that. They've had their yes, they've had their you know, big moments, because with the rapping and with you can't see me. Like all that. That was funny and all, but a rivalry means the two people despise each other and they just fight and fight and fight. When John Cena and The Rock haven't even had a match together. And I'm not saying they need to have a match, but they just need to kind of, you know, have some kind of altercation that really proves that they hate each other. Because one move does not prove that you hate each other. Alright? Because the only times they've ever actually fought, or when they've ever had altercations, is at WrestleMania 27, which was one move, and at TLC, which is one move. They need to have a brawl. And it needs to be with John Cena as the heel and with The Rock as the face, because people want The Rock to win this match. Because this match was put on for the fans. And this match, if you're going to have a match for the fans, you have to give the fans what they want. Alright? So, I mean, because if you don't, then what are you really doing? So, that's really it. I really hope that you guys understand what I'm saying. So, John Cena, if he's going to have to do a good rest of the year, he needs to turn heel, or else he could just end up having a losing streak, end up becoming like a Randy Orton, like just going whoop downhill. And that's, you know, that's basically all that could happen, unless he has a rivalry with Triple H if he comes back. But that's not going to happen because he's fighting Kevin Nash. So, you know, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, XBA325's link will be down below. He's also doing a rap thing, so check his raps out. And the usual links will be down below, my Twitter and my mixtape. And I will be making a new mixtape soon. It's called Think Hip Hop. You know, I wish I could put the cover like in the video, but I don't really know how to do that. But it's my profile picture on YouTube, my icon. So look, that's, you know, to look forward to. I'm getting a nice mic. It'll sound a lot better. So and I've really improved. I think I really have. I've been just writing and writing and writing nonstop. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, I'm TNA's WWE. Have a good one.